NKTelco Sports welcomes you to Ohio Northern University, where the Heidelberg Student Princes take on the ONU Polar Bears.
This game brought to you by Yamato East Steakhouse of Japan, J&R Auto, Four Seasons Drive-Thru, Buckeye Ford, Stolly Insurance, NKTelco, First National Bank, Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram.
This is an NKTelco Sports production.
Good evening and welcome to Ohio Northern University for tonight's OAC women's basketball game between the visiting Heidelberg Student Princess and the home team, the Ohio Northern Polar Bears. I'm Jeff Henschen. Alongside me tonight is Tom Sharp. And we feature a game tonight where the Polar Bears come in 15-0 on the season, facing the Heidelberg team that comes in on a bit of a losing streak at 6-9. Tom, for the Student Prince of Heidelberg, they're going to have to play well to turn it around and stop that losing streak.
They definitely are. Like you said, they're struggling both offensively and defensively. On a little bit of a losing streak right here, but they've been up and down this entire season. They had earlier on, they had a 3-game winning streak going on, then a couple losses and a couple wins, a couple losses again. So they're up and down. They really need to find that consistency in their team.
And finding that consistency, they're going to have their hands full against a very good team in the Ohio Northern Polar Bears, ranked in some polls 9, others 10, and some 11. Long story short, they're pretty good. They're off to the best start in school history. As I said, 15-0. Need to make sure they don't overlook the competition, but they're getting it done in all facets of the game.
This is a great Polar Bear team out here on the floor tonight. Just like they've had in the past couple years. They've really been some great basketball teams. Again, 15-0 on a best start of their ever, for basketball here. Last game, they were led by Amy Bollimore. She had 21 points, so that was a career high for her. They had 4 girls scoring in double figures in one game. Anytime you can have that, you're going to be pretty good, Jenna Dirksen had 20, Lindsay Black had 16, and Brett Lauk had 15. So anytime you can get a combination like that, you're going to roll off some wins.
Ohio Northern scores the ball pretty well, and they play very good defense. And as Tom mentioned, a number of girls any given night can be the leading scorer. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the opening tip here on NKTelco Sports.
As a father of 2 teenage daughters and husband to a lovely wife, thanks, hun, it is important for me to look out for myself and my family. Fiber is one of the most important things in my day. Fiber keeps me healthy, sane, and stress-free. NKTelco Fiber, fast and reliable, keeping our household sane by keeping their devices connected.
NKTelco, providing services that bring value to your everyday life.
J&R Auto Repair Service is a full-service preventative maintenance and automotive repair center. Family owned and operated, we perform high-quality, guaranteed service you can trust at a fair price. Trust J&R for all your automotive service needs.
Welcome back to Ohio Northern, and we're introducing the Heidelberg Student Prince. The first starter is number 3, Maddie Stiles. For Ohio Northern, number 10, Britt Locke. Stiles out of Walpaugh-Canetta High School, Locke out of Shawnee High School. Back over to Heidelberg now, number 43 is Marissa Liberty from West High School out of Michigan. And number 20 for Ohio Northern, Courtney Kramer out of Arcadia. Number 12 for Heidelberg, Maggie DeVault out of Orville. And for Ohio Northern, number 30, Mari Campbell, Summit Country Day, High School. Number 23 for Heidelberg, Teresa Jackson out of Western Reserve. And number 31, Jenna Dirksen out of Carroll High School for Ohio Northern. And the 5th starter for Heidelberg is number 25, Ayana Wilson out of Kenton Ridge. And for Ohio Northern, number 44, Amy Bullimore out of Little Miami. The starters now for both teams. The head coach for Heidelberg is Morgan Harrigan in her 4th season. For Ohio Northern, Michelle Durand in her 16th season. Before we get the opening tip, we'll go through our keys of the game tonight, brought to you by Brudge, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Salina, where the dealer makes the difference. First off, Tom, for the Student Princesses of Heidelberg.
Well, Jeff, first off, they need to find some offense. As we mentioned earlier on, they've been struggling here lately. They only average 61 points per game. Manage their turnovers. 18 turnovers they're having a game, average-wise. For Ohio Northern, they want to get off to a fast start. Don't let this team hang around. And then also have good ball movement. Good ball movement leads to great opportunities. Obviously, the better the opportunities, more chances to score.
Thank you, Tom, and for also the Brudge, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Salina for sponsoring our keys of the game. And we're off, and the opening tip-off belongs to the visitors tonight. Heidelberg will wear the orange jerseys, white numbers trimmed in black. Ohio Northern will wear the opposite, white jerseys with the orange numbers trimmed in black. So a lot of orange and black tonight. Heidelberg with their first look. Stiles from Wapakoneta running the offense. Her 11th, 12th start in a row make that for the Student Prince. And they get off to a nice start with a baseline jumper by number 12, Maggie DeVault.
Yeah, nice pull-up jumper there on the baseline by DeVault. Student Prince is first on the board.
Ohio Northern leads the all-time series 42-26, and Ohio Northern swept the series last season, and then my records are right here. I believe Ohio Northern has won 15 straight contests against the Student Prince.
That's a nice record to have.
So the Northern has dominated the series as of late. Heidelberg looking to break a 2-game losing streak. Ohio Northern looking for a record 16th win in a row to start the season. Dirksen had trouble finding offense, or finding a place to go, I should say, and gets bailed out with some a foul against Heidelberg.
Absolutely, and like we said earlier on, Jeff, even though this team may be struggling, up and down, Heidelberg will not go down without a fight. They will battle this entire game. They come out of the gate here pretty strong, play nice defense.
Locke with the missed three, offensive rebound
there, but
so the Polar Bears get a second chance, but also commit the game's first turnover. And Heidelberg, we talked about finding an offense. They average just over 61 points a game, give up just under 67. Meanwhile, Ohio Northern likes to score the ball, averaging just over 74 points a game and only giving up 55. So the defense has been good for Coach Duran's squad, and the offense has been spectacular, and their defense creates a turnover.
Yep, exactly, just as you were talking about it.
Campbell runs out of real estate, went left and got the ball blocked by the basket.
A little too far underneath. Nice kick out.
Stiles for three, she's fouled. So a personal foul against Bullimore as the ball is trapped up on the rim, and Bullimore will try it one more time.
Can't quite get it. So
maybe one difference between the women's and the men's game, Tom.
You're exactly right. You're exactly right.
Stiles missed the three-pointer, but she was fouled. So, again, Maddie Stiles out of Wapakoneta High School will be at the free throw line, making her 12th start of the season. First one just off the mark. A very good free throw shooter. Stiles at 78 or 77%.
Jeff, I had that same thing happen in a game I had last night, as a matter of fact. I didn't even attempt to
I said, if you knock that ball down, Tom, I'm going to find out what you're eating and drinking. So luckily they had a spare basketball to knock it out, right?
You're exactly right.
Well, Stiles makes good on 1 of 2, make that 2 of 3. The Student Prince on top 4-0 early here in this first quarter.
That's exactly what the Student Prince need to do.
Campbell for 3.
Straight downtown.
Amari Campbell.
Yeah, she was wide open there at the top of the key.
Kind of a rough start for Northern, and Campbell not one of their better three-point shooters as the ball is nearly knocked away. It is turned over, but Campbell, just her 5th three-point made basket of the season. Dirksen, baseline
nice
jumper.
Yes. So now a lead for Ohio Northern.
5 unanswered, and quickly the Polar Bears have wiped away the 4-point deficit. And Again, Dirksen, if you want to see a good-looking jump shot, take some video of number 31, one of many girls on the Polar Bears team that shoots the ball well. Shot clock under 10. Shot missed by Teresa Jackson, and the Polar Bears do a nice job rebounding, allowing just the one attempt. Britt Locke going to the basket, pulling up and kissing it off the glass.
Yeah, just nice little pull-up jumper off the glass.
She's had an excellent season, averaging 16 points a game, shooting 3 points shots at just under 51%, and also showing where she can take it to the rim, as she illustrated that last possession. 7 unanswered for the Polar Bears. 2-point shot off the mark by Liberty, and the Polar Bears look to run in transition. Nice bounce pass.
Luck.
Emily Mesher with the basket, a timeout called by the Student Prince. The Polar Bears have run off 9 straight. A 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here, I believe. And I will let Tom go through our sponsors for this broadcast tonight.
They are J&R Auto Repair Service, Buckeye Ford, Stolly Insurance, Four Seasons Drive-Thru, Yamato East Steakhouse of Japan, and on our first National Bank Think First scoreboard, it's 9-4 in favor of the Polar Bears.
Well, we talked about getting off to a good start. It was actually Heidelberg that got off to the first scoring margin, if you will. But now, avoid the first minute, maybe 2 minutes of the first quarter. It's been Ohio Northern running off 9 straight. And I didn't even realize Emily Mesher checked into the game, and more known for her setting of screens and rebounding. But that time, when Britt Locke, who draws a lot of attention, Tom, drove to the basket, defense collapsed, excellent bounce pass, Mesher, right place, right time, converts, gets the easy basket.
Absolutely. And again, how about the nice ball movement down here by Lau dishing it off. And then even pulling up the jumper.
Yeah, that's
good
a tough
body
shot.
control, yeah.
A tough shot coming off the baseline, and Polar Bears kind of showing you right now in this past 2+ minutes of action why they are 15th. I should say 15-0, number 9 in one poll, 10 in another, 11 in a different one, but why they're being recognized in Division III basketball. And as Tom mentioned, they've had great success over the past recent years, and looking to, again, carry on a strong tradition. And this, by the way, is the final game of the first round of the OAC play. 10-team league, each team plays each other twice, so this is the 9th league game. 3-point shot off the mark. It hits the support wire. The team rebound will go over to Ohio Northern. Ohio Northern has been near the top of the OAC the recent years. Now, what's odd, Tom, is they haven't done so well in the OAC tournament.
In the tournament, yes. No, you're exactly right, Jeff.
In fact, they got beat twice in the first game in the past 2 seasons. So they have advanced to the tournament, the Division III tournament, but want to make sure they maybe take care of the OAC tournament a little bit as well.
Right.
The loose ball after the miss by Locke, it goes out of bounds, and Heidelberg will have a chance here to try to get some offense as Northern comes up with an empty trip, and Stiles over to Duvall, and back up top they go, and Ohio Northern in a man-to-man defense. Mesher guarding the ball now. Mesher out of Marion Local High School. 3-point shot, Duvall, no good. Just off the mark, didn't miss by much. Northern again with the one and done, but they turn it over. The second Ohio Northern turnover of the contest.
Yeah, something that doesn't happen very often, but already 2 here early in this first quarter.
And Duvall comes up and misses the jumper, so shooting woes right now for the Student Prince. There's a nice pull-up jumper as Britt Locke with her 4th point. 11-4 now. Again, it was 4-0 to start the contest. 11 straight now by the home team, the Polar Bears.
Yeah, another long dry spell here for the Student Prince. Something that they really cannot afford to do when they don't average a lot of points in the first place.
Stiles with the ball, shot clock down to 5. Pull-up jumper by Patrick. Carly Patrick is short. Northern with the basketball as the shot clock expires. A new look for the Polar Bears on offense now. Amari Campbell for three. That time it's off the mark. And a good rebound by number 23, Teresa Jackson. Stiles will look to try to find room, and she is not fouled, but rather tied up. A held ball. Britt Locke able to get her hand on the ball in simultaneous possession, and a host of substitutes for the Polar Bears. Number 24, Cheyenne Raker into the ball game. Also number 23, Lindsay Black. Number 14, Angela Tesney. And also number 33, Tori Wiss. Britt Locke, the lone starter, I believe, on the court for the Polar Bears.
Yeah.
Good defensive pressure, nearly causes a turnover. Nice
good
look.
luck.
Raker with a left hand, up and in.
Yeah.
Cheyenne Raker with the basket.
Good luck. Get down to Raker. She puts it in.
Talked to Cheyenne Raker just before the game as Stiles' three-point shot, no good. Raker with the rebound. She had a game, and I'll look it up. It was over the holidays in Tennessee where she went 6 of 6 or 8 of 8 from the field in a support role.
Nice.
And she smiled and said she didn't know what it was till after the game, but didn't miss a shot. Played very good minutes in the role she was given, the opportunity. And last thing I told her says, you never know, it might happen again tonight. And she's off to a good start, 1 for 1 in her minutes here in the first quarter.
Anytime you can get that type of play off the bench, that's a huge plus.
Travel violation. Again, these games, Tom, are much longer than high school. They're 40 minutes for us high school girls and even high school boys. They play 32-minute games. The court's longer. The intensity is much more aggressive, so you need to be more than 5 players, if you will, deep.
Yes.
And a lot of these players, I've said before, just because you don't start doesn't mean you're not any good. You need to have units that compete and don't lose a lot of ground as you rotate and stay fresh.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Raker for 3 off the back iron. She can't quite run it down. It is corralled by Heidelberg, and Stiles with the basketball. Ohio Northern does a good job getting back, preventing any transition opportunity, and the entry pass is actually a foul called against Ohio Northern. Number 24, Cheyenne Raker picks up the foul, her first, team second. And also with girls college basketball. Now I'm losing my memory, Tom. You shoot the bonus, the double bonus on the 5th foul, I think, of each quarter, and at the end of each quarter, the fouls will reset team-wise.
You know, Jeff, I can't answer that.
It just happened last year, and now I'm losing my mind a bit. But
I don't remember what it was.
Well, they went to the quarter system last year, 4 10-minute quarters. As Northern offense now, good ball movement. Raker in the interior, shot partially altered, and it goes out of bounds off of Abby Weeks, number 15. So she also came into the ball game for Locke, and I missed that. So complete 5 new girls on the court now for the Polar Bears as we approach the final 2:45 of this first quarter. Entry pass goes into Liberty. No Heidelberg player in double figures points-wise. Couple girls right at the 9-point range. And that is Duvall, number 12, as there's a foul away from the ball. Maggie Duvall averages 9.2. Teresa Jackson, 9.6. And Marissa Liberty, number 43, averaging 9.9. So no one in double figures for the Student Prince, but 3 girls just under 10 for Coach Morgan Harrigan, again in her 4th season. Northern now trying to push tempo, and left-hand shot off the mark by Lindsay Black. Black had a nice move, Tom. Not a lot of numbers, but found a crease. Couldn't get the shot to drop.
Yeah, couldn't get it to drop, but had a great move. You know, you keep doing that, they'll fall.
Boy, an interior pass, nice effort. Shot is missed. You mentioned the 2-game losing streak for Heidelberg. They lost to Marietta their last outing. They had a rough 4th quarter, and I believe they didn't score a field goal in like the last 5 minutes of that 4th quarter and lost just by 4 points. They haven't scored a bucket, Tom,
It's been a while.
Stiles hit 2 of 3 free throws, and that was way back probably the first minute or maybe 2 minutes of this first quarter. So they've gone a long time without any offense.
they've had a couple shots and a couple around the rim, but just won't fall.
Northern also empty on that possession as Wisk got the offensive rebound and had to get rid of it quickly because the shot clock winding down. The ball didn't hit the rim.
This will be a steal.
Weeks comes away with the basketball and will go all the way and snuggle it in. Didn't use her left hand on the left side, but able to get the right-handed shot to enough of it to curl in or crawl into the basket for the 15th Ohio Northern point. 60 seconds left here in the first quarter. Liberty gets it to drop. Much needed basket.
Yes, much needed basket.
Her first 2 points of the game. She's out of Michigan, went to West High School in Michigan. 6'1" senior, as I mentioned before, the leading scorer for Heidelberg at 9.9. Whistle on a foul. Foul is on number 22, Kate Brickner.
That's her first, the team's second.
Campbell and Mesher back in for Coach Duran's squad, and substitutes also for Heidelberg as Liberty will sit down. Cassidy Frank, number 40, on the court for the Heidelberg Student Prince. Black nestles her way into the paint, kicks it back out. Plenty of time on the shot clock as it's at 17.
Boy, another nice floating jumper.
Abby Weeks averaging just over 3 points a game. Gives the Polar Bears now their 17th point as we count down the final 14 seconds here from Ada, Ohio. It's been all Ohio Northern here in this first quarter, and a foul on the baseline drive. Good strong take by number 25, Ayana Wilson, and she is fouled by Ohio Northern's number 23, Lindsay Black.
Yeah, that's Black's fourth team foul for the Polar Bears.
5 seconds left. Shot off the mark, and there's your first 10-minute buzzer here from Ohio Northern. It's the Polar Bears 17, the Student Prince 6. We'll take a break and come back with more college women's basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Want more trucks for less bucks? Buckeye Ford is your truck headquarters. Work or play, we have the truck for you. F-150s, F-250s, F-350s, and F-450s. We know trucks, and you'll always get top dollar for your trade. Get the truck you need today for less bucks at Buckeye Ford and shop over 200 new Fords and tons of pre-owned cars and trucks 24/7 at BuckeyeFord.com. Remember, you'll find more trucks for less bucks at BuckeyeFord.com. More trucks, less bucks. BuckeyeFord.com.
At Four Seasons Drive-Thru, we offer weekly specials that are sure to satisfy all appetites. Monday through Thursday, come in to enjoy our daily lunch specials. Friday is our Get It Till It's Gone fish special. Friday and Saturday, grab a 16-inch 3-item pizza, 10 wings, and a 2-liter for just $20. Sunday, we also have a 3-piece chicken for $5 and a 16-piece for $20. Four Seasons Drive-Thru, great drinks, great food, wonderful service, and amazing prices.
It's been all Ohio Northern, and Tom, the numbers don't lie. Ohio Northern played pretty good basketball in the first 10 minutes.
You're right, Jeff. They were 8 of 18 from the field, 44%. Just 2 of 12, for 16% for Heidelberg. Unbelievable. Rebounds, both did a pretty good job right there, 12 and 8. Turnovers, though, Heidelberg already has 6 turnovers in that first quarter.
Well, they get a good look from Carly Patrick, kind of back-to-back. She had a shot like that to end the first quarter, a left-handed turnaround jumper. But this time, the second chance opportunity, Heidelberg takes advantage of it. A 3-point basket by Maggie Duvall, and a turnover.
Yeah, big 3-pointer. Excellent defense now. Turn the ball over and get it back. Now if they can convert on this side.
They get a nice shot from Mariah Pearson.
Ball's still rolling around.
Locke with a nice play to kind of roll it around, if you will, to get it to a teammate.
Yeah, Baltimore was able to pick it up and save it for the Polar Bears. They come down on the other end and score a big 3 ball by Dirksen.
Her 16th 3-point basket of the season. She's shooting a very impressive 43% from 3-point land. And that shot puts the lead back up to 11. That was Jackson going hard to the basket. Good defense by the Polar Bears.
Oh,
Bounce
nice
pass. Assist. Dirksen, basket. Kramer.
Yes, excellent. Good ball movement, as we mentioned earlier in the pregame. Ball movement, part of the keys to the game.
I thought Dirksen could have probably gone in for a left-hand
You're
layup,
right, you're right,
but went
yes.
to an open teammate for maybe a little bit easier shot.
Yep.
And the defense tips it away to cause another, the 7th turnover already here early in this contest. Locke with the basketball, pulls up for 3 and buries it.
That's it, yes. Yeah, she was a good foot inside the arc, kind of realized it, took a step back and popped it.
That's her
Nothing
first
but
three-pointer, and she comes in 51% from three-point range. She came in 36 of 71. Their first make tonight, I know she's attempted, that was her third, but shoots the ball very well from three-point range.
Yes.
Teresa Jackson answers for Heidelberg with a 2-point basket, her second point of the game. Man-to-man defense being applied by Heidelberg. Bullimore gets fouled as she swings it low and picks up the foul against number 4, Carly Patrick.
Yeah, that's her first. And as you mentioned, Jeff, about the fouls, they do reset at the end of each period because it's back to
I just don't
zero,
know what
so that's the
foul, whether
first
it's 5
one.
or 7.
Yeah,
You shoot 2. There are no one-on-ones in women's basketball. When you get to either 5 or 7, it's 2 shots.
Yeah. We only got to 4 in that first quarter.
Bullimore only played 1 minute in the first quarter to Amy Bullimore. And Amari Campbell gets an entry pass, does a nice job, Tom, avoiding the defense. And Campbell is off to a nice start with her 5th point.
Yeah, that was an excellent shot right there. Like you said, avoiding the defense, just going right between the two of them, splitting the defense basically and laying it in.
Stiles gets it into Liberty. Nice move.
Nice spin move.
Wow.
Yep. Yep.
Talk about right-left. Liberty finishes. The 6'1 senior now with her 4th point. Good entry pass from Stiles. Locke, good pass in. Finds an open Bullimore. Her shot is missed. A couple girls go down, and it's a held ball. I thought maybe someone had gotten hurt, but
I kind of did too at first, but yeah.
Fortunately, 10 girls are standing up right now, so it'll stay with Ohio Northern on the held ball possession. Shot clock resets to 30. Campbell, another, 2-pointer. Foot was on the line, so it was a long 2-pointer. It's missed and rebounded by DeVal, and she will hustle down the handoff to Stiles. 3-point opportunity for double two. Katie Brickner is no good. Locke with an open receiver, a good defensive play by number 3, Maddie Stiles, just 5 feet 2 inches tall, and used all of that to knock down the long pass that if she doesn't get it, Tom, it's a layup for the Polar Bears.
You're right. If she didn't get it, it was an easy 2. So excellent job there and hustle by Stiles.
Kramer inbound to Dirksen. Gets a screen from Wiss, pull up 15-footer off the mark. Wiss with the offensive stick back. Tori Wiss from Ada High School right here in Ada, where the Ohio Northern University campus is located. And the Bulldog from Ada High School scores for the Polar Bears tonight. And there's a whistle. Illegal screen. Carly Patrick, number 4.
That's her
5'8 senior. Her second foul, as Tom mentioned. Locke with the basketball up top. Bullimore back to Locke. They find Wiss. Shot will be altered, and there's a whistle to be on Amy Bullimore, number 44.
Yep. Went over the back a little bit. I got a feeling she's going to check out. Yes, she is.
Her second foul. She only played 1 minute in the first quarter and got about 4.5 plus minutes maybe here in the second quarter. But again, Northern very deep on the bench. They can rotate players in and barely miss a beat.
Yep, you're exactly right.
And in some cases, on some nights, you might even gain something. It's just one of those things that they're all capable of making some big performances. Liberty's 3-pointer, no good. Locke up with the rebound. Locke has done a nice job this season not only scoring, but I believe she's up there with assists as well. She ranks 10th all-time in ONU history with 204 assists. So not only able to score it, but also distribute it. Another sign of a good ball player.
And just how quick she gets up and down that floor.
Boy, Mesher and Liberty battling against each other inside. Liberty wins that battle. Mesher made her work for it to get the ball, and Liberty did a nice job.
A good, strong move.
They're still battling down here on this end, so I don't think there'll be any Christmas cards sent to each other in the offseason, but Locke with a pull-up jumper.
Pull-up, yes.
Going to her left and hitting that shot for right-hander is a little bit difficult.
Tough, yes.
Makes it look easy. A 16-point lead for Ohio Northern. 4.5 minutes left until halftime, and we'll try to catch Coach Durand as she leaves the floor with a couple quick comments before she enters halftime. Got to be pleased right now with her team's performance, Tom.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Never know. Coaches usually find something.
They always find something.
Style, tough shot.
Tough shot, but nice shot.
Good fingertip control. Going left and shooting it right. Her 4th point. Dirksen, textbook.
Yep, absolutely. Nice shot, nice ball control.
Dirksen out of Carroll High School, Beaver Creek, Ohio. 7 points on the evening. Also, Dirksen averaging one of the leading scorers, 3rd on the team at 10.5 points a game. Locke leads the squad with 16. Bullimore at 12. Dirksen with 10. And then below that, a host of girls scoring as well as a nice spin move by number 4, Carly Patrick.
Yeah, that was a good move there by Patrick. Right down the lane, spin move right down the lane.
Heidelberg, after that drought on offense, Tom, in the first quarter, where they didn't score like the final 6-7 minutes of the first quarter, they played even as Emily Mesher muscles her way to the basket and picks up a personal foul against Heidelberg. And a media timeout will be taken. We'll take a timeout with them. You're watching women's college OAC basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Yamato East Steakhouse of Japan. Come in and enjoy the ultimate hibachi grill experience as our expert chefs prepare your dinner in front of you with style and flair. Enjoy our fresh selection of sushi, sashimi, and other succulent dishes. At Yamato East Steakhouse of Japan, we have a dish to satisfy any craving. Yamato East Steakhouse of Japan. Great food, great atmosphere, great experience. Located on Harding Highway across from the Holiday Inn. Come in, we're waiting for you.
Welcome back to Ohio Northern, where the Polar Bears have a 14-point lead, Tom, but Heidelberg has stayed competitive, and they've played a pretty even second quarter based on some improved shooting.
They have. As we mentioned at the end of that first quarter, they were shooting 16% from the field. Right now, they are 8 of 23 for almost 35%, so a huge difference. Again, that's what we say. That big drought really hurts you because you don't score a whole lot anyways. So now it's really tough.
I mean, you take
even
a break.
if you're playing with them, even with them, you still got to somehow make up for that.
Ohio Northern has outscored Heidelberg 16-13 by a 3-point margin here in the second quarter, but it was the 11-point margin that grew the lead to where it is now for Ohio Northern as Cheyenne Raker replaces Mesher. Mesher misses both free throws. So 3 minutes right about now left until halftime. Stiles gets the ball into the offense for Heidelberg. Duvall with it up top. Jackson finds Liberty, who's had a better second quarter, and Duvall's three-pointer no good, and a nice box out by Tori Wiss, securing the rebound.
Yep, again, a great box out, like you said. Excellent job.
Lindsey Black Over to Tinsley and back up to Weeks. Again, this is a complete second 5 unit, if you will, as the long cross court pass, a little too strong.
Yep. So probably what, just the fourth, maybe fifth turnover?
Fifth or sixth.
Yeah, fifth or sixth turnover for the Polar Bears.
Again, at the end of halftime, or at halftime, we'll try to get a couple words with Coach Duran before she goes and meets with her team, as the shot by Jackson is off the mark, and another good job I should say. Just one offensive rebound so far in the first half for the Student Prince. So the Polar Bears have done a very nice job securing the defensive board, and Raker, nice look inside using the left hand, and again, points off the bench coming in handy today for the Polar Bears. Jackson strong.
Yeah, a little too strong that time, though, and putting it too high off the glass. And
Tesney pulled down the rebound, and the Polar Bears will look to add to the lead. Right now, 16. The biggest lead has been 16. So a point here of any sort would be the biggest lead. Lindsay Black, her shot off the mark. Stiles now with it. Will advance the ball down to Duvall. Duvall with 5 points on the night. They get it inside to Jackson, and she is fouled. It's a good ball movement.
Yep.
Jackson's a 5'10 senior. She had a little bit more size. If you look at the Northern girls out there now, Student Prince might have a bit of advantage. At least they did in that matchup from what I saw with Jackson, who able to use her size to score the ball and pick up a personal foul against Tori Wiss. Jackson completes the three-point play. 13-point lead now as we approach the final 65 seconds. Campbell down, cross court to Black. Weeks over to Tesney. Shot clock under 10. 2-point shot off the mark. Rebounded by the Student Prince. Diana Wilson brings it down, finds Stiles. Back to Wilson. 3-point shot is up and in. So a good run of offense here by Heidelberg. And a timeout called by Coach Durand. It is a 10-point lead. A 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here as we have just 37 seconds to go. And Coach Durand doesn't want to see this fine performance kind of whittle away here. They had been playing very well, and give Heidelberg credit. They've come back with some big buckets.
Absolutely. Back-to-back your possessions, I think, was 6 because of the foul.
Yeah, you're right. The old-fashioned three-point play, and then the natural one, if you will. Yeah. So 6 unanswered, and so quickly what went from if I do my math right here, a 16-point lead down to 10. And so a nice job by the Student Prince, as they're coached by Morgan Harrigan in her 4th season. She's there in the red shirt. And on the other side, we have Michelle Durand in her 16th season, who I believe, if I do my math right, is closing in on 400 career wins. Now, that includes her time at Bluffton and here at Ohio Northern, but a fine job of coaching for Coach Durand, and uses that timeout here as the clock winding down. Again, I'll be stepping away here shortly, and I'll let Tom finish up. And we'll try to get a quick comment from Coach Durand and assess her team's performance here in this first 20 minutes of action.
So Polar Bears swing the ball around, trying to look down low. But now Dirks is going to take it up front. She gets it down. Trying to get it into Racker. Ball's hit out of bounds, so we'll stay with the Polar Bears with 9.8 seconds left to go in the quarter. They get it into Dirksen. Shot no good. Battle for it. Recker has it. She puts it up, and she gets fouled. Racker will go to the line to shoot 2 with 4.1 seconds left before the halftime buzzer. First one up, and it is good. As Kramer checks back into the ball game for these final 4 seconds. Second one is good. So DeVault puts up one at half court at the buzzer. It is no good. So at the end of the first two periods, we're at halftime. Your score 37-25 in favor of the Polar Bears, and we'll go down and join Jeff and Coach Durand.
Have now a 12-point lead. Are you pleased with your team's performance right now, other than maybe the last couple of possessions Heidelberg had?
Yeah, I thought it was a lot of ups and downs in the half. I mean, we were asleep the first minute. I think they're killing us inside right now. We're going to really have to figure out what to do with that. You can't be unhappy with the 12th lead, but I think we defended very well there.
Yeah, nice job rebounding. Just one offensive rebound Heidelberg got. Obviously, we'll stress that, but you got a number of girls in the contest so far, and you're getting some good support off your bench again.
Yeah, thank goodness, because Amy Bullimore got herself in foul trouble again, and so, yeah, it's good that we have a bench.
All right, well, Coach, thank you for your time. Good luck in the second half. We'll take a short break, and when we come back, we'll have more OAC women's college basketball here on NKTelco Sport.
J&R Auto Repair Service is a full-service preventative maintenance and automotive repair center. Family-owned and operated, we perform high-quality, guaranteed service you can trust at a fair price. Trust J&R for all your automotive service needs.
Want more trucks for less bucks? Buckeye Ford is your truck headquarters. Work or play, we have the truck for you. F-150s, F-250s, F-350s, and F-450s. We know trucks, and you'll always get top dollar for your trade. Get the truck you need today for less bucks at Buckeye Ford and shop over 200 new Fords and tons of pre-owned cars and trucks 24/7 at BuckeyeFord.com. Remember, you'll find more trucks for less bucks at BuckeyeFord.com. More trucks, less bucks. BuckeyeFord.com.
At Four Seasons Drive-Thru, we offer
achieving a Hall of Fame status, it would just take the cake. It would be the greatest honor.
They put in rigorous hours to become not just a great student, but a great athlete, a great person, and obviously it's paid off.
You look at the wall and you see all these people that have done it before you, and that's what motivates me to keep going every day.
They have put ONU on a pedestal.
They have laid the foundation to what a great player should be like. I think that being inducted in the Hall of Fame shows that you were one of the best at your time while you played here at ONU.
Saying that you're gonna be inducted into the Hall of Fame, I don't know. I guess tears of joy would be a good word for it. A big adrenaline rush would probably bring me back to my college days, reminisce on a lot of memories that I've had. It would just put me on cloud nine, I guess.
Come back to ONU and see the Polar Bear family and everybody that's passed through here and see that you've made an impact in what you've done.
Something you can only dream of. It's definitely something you have to work towards. You have to want from day one.
Something they should cherish and look back on and show to their kids, and if I was ever inducted, that I would cherish. So
being in the Hall of Fame is one of the greatest accomplishments you can achieve as an athlete here at ONU.
Everybody at ONU, we're just one big family and we're all so proud of them.
To all the Hall of Fame inductees, you've achieved one of the greatest accomplishments that you can achieve as an athlete. I hope to be at your level one day. Congratulations and good luck at the ceremony.
I did have fear, especially since my brother was a pharmacy major. Their courses are really tough. And then as I started in the engineering program, I quickly learned that not all the material was that easy, especially since I had no experience. But it was mainly just my hard work ethic and the professors wanting to interact with you, constantly reaching out to try to help you, that kind of eased my mind a little bit.
Ohio Northern University has always had a strong relationship with the Village of Ada. Because of this, I was able to write a community EPA grant for a composting facility to better handle the food waste at both the university and the Village of Ada. Throughout my research, I identified multiple issues that are facing both the university and the Village of Ada. The main being the amount of food waste that's traveling to the wastewater treatment facility, entering their anaerobic digestion, which is causing for unnecessary maintenance of the anaerobic digestion. I'm thankful I was able to attend Ohio Northern University, where both the administrative staff and the professors support students in their passions in life. One of my biggest passions has always been how I can make the world a better place. And I found that, and I believe that starting with food waste composting is just one small way that both the Village of Ada and the university can make the world a better place. Good?
Good. I like that. Love it. All right.
Take like 9.
It's not often you get a chance to thank publicly someone who has provided something to this scale. It's a spectacular facility, and it's one of the best in college soccer. It's one of the best in track and field anywhere. A great day for us to be able to gather together and thank the Kirscher family for their generosity and their support of our sports.
Kirscher Stadium, home of Ohio Northern's men's and women's soccer team and men and women's outdoor track team, is now one of the finest soccer track stadiums in the nation. The stadium not only serves the university, but provides a first-rate facility for the entire West Central Ohio sports and recreation community. And we are very, very proud of that. And we thank Bob and Barb, because now the dream of a first-class soccer and track stadium is truly a reality. So please, everyone, join me in expressing our deep gratitude and sincere appreciation to the Kirschers for their generosity and their love of Ohio Northern. We thank you.
Better way to celebrate the opening of such a cool space than to have a bunch of really good food, sports on the TVs, and hang out with all your friends.
We had the privilege and exciting honor of being the focus group for this amazing new space.
And really what this came about is we had always wanted someplace on campus that students could hang out that would draw people to Macintosh Center. So what we did is we pulled together a bunch of student opinions, and we've been working on this concept for quite some time. And now that it's here, it is incredible to see in person.
We have been wanting this for a while, ever since I was a freshman and I'm a senior now. Now that it's here, it feels like it was all worth it, and we're so appreciative.
And I think what the best part is Gina and I aren't going to be on campus next year, but we've both talked about wanting to come back just to see this space again and to see it being used and to see students enjoying it so much. So I think it'll bring us back to campus too, because I really want to see people enjoying it for years to come.
And a huge goal of our administration was to raise school spirit. And what better way to do it than to have a place to hang out and grow in that school spirit? And now we're not going to be able to find a seat in here for weeks because it's going to be so packed.
Even though ONU is a small school, I've been able to see a lot of the world through the travels through the music department. Music is the universal language that draws us all together. Through my time at Ohio Northern, I've been able to travel with the music ensembles to Germany, England, Scotland, Wales, Italy, and Luxembourg. And sharing music with the different people there has been a really transformative experience about going to Ohio Northern. Before I was in college, I never thought that I would want to travel a lot, but once I started traveling, I just want to go everywhere now, so yeah.
Right now, as it stands, there's no criminal punishment for human trafficking of children for the purposes of adoption, and that's what I did my seminar paper on. And I was able to reach out to some people and give a proposed solution to the human trafficking in Cambodia. So it was something that I never would have thought myself to divulge in, but given the opportunity, I jumped in head first. I'm not sure where I will go after law school, but I know that ONU has paved the highway, and there's 8 different turns, and they've prepared me for whatever turn that I take.
Welcome back to Ohio Northern University here in Ada, Ohio, where the Lady Polar Bears enjoy a 12-point lead, 37-25 over the Student Prince of Heidelberg. And with the first half stats, here is Tom Sharp.
Thanks, Jeff. As you look at it here on the screen, Heidelberg was 10 of 28 from field goals, 2 of 9 from behind the arc, 3 of 4. Excellent job from the charity stripe, but only got there 4 times. 15 rebounds, 9 turnovers. A lot of turnovers there in that first half, or first 2 periods. Ohio Northern, 37 points. They were 16 of 34 from the field, 3 of 7 from three-point land. 50% from the free throw line, just 2 of 4, but again, didn't get there very often. But a pretty clean game, really, as far as foul-wise go.
Other than Bullimore, really no other player for Ohio Northern with a lot of difficulties, and Bullimore just with the 2 fouls.
Right.
Take it back, Carly Patrick, number 4 for Heidelberg, also with 3 fouls, Bullimore with 2. The only real foul trouble here in the first half.
Yeah, then like I said, 22 rebounds, so an excellent job there, 5 turnovers. So excellent job there on that aspect of it for the Polar Bears. But the Polar Bears are being led in scoring in that first half. Britt Lauk has 9 points, 7 for Jenna Dirksen, 6 for Cheyenne Raker, 5 for Campbell, 2 for Kramer, 4 for Weeks, and 2 apiece for Wiss and Mesher.
Their total of 37, and for the Heidelberg, no one in double figures, but they are led by their leading scorer in the season, Marissa Liberty, with 6 points. So you look at the pace of play here. You talk about turnovers. Heidelberg averages 18 a game. They've got 9, so they're halfway. They're right on pace there.
They're right on their pace. They got to
not
get
a
off
good
that
pace.
Yeah.
They only average 61 points a game, so if you take 25 times 2, that's 50. They're well below their season average. Ohio Northern 37 times 2. If they could duplicate that, it'd be what, 74? Did I do my math right? So 74, and that puts them about right on pace. Who knows what the second half will entail. Critical first few minutes, if you will, of this third quarter, as Ohio Northern had a big lead, and Heidelberg came back, Tom, with back-to-back three-point possessions and cut it down to 10, and then a basket by the Polar Bears, and now this basket.
That's a great way to start out for the Polar Bears.
So a good answer. The jumper by Courtney Kramer, averaging 7 points a game from Arcadia, puts that lead back up to 4. So the run that Heidelberg made, Tom, has somewhat been answered here. The end of the second quarter, beginning of the third quarter by Ohio Northern.
Yep, no doubt.
Jackson's shot is fouled. Dirksen will pick it up. Evidently caught part of the elbow in the block attempt as she got ball, but just because you block it, Tom, you know as well as anyone, legal guarding position doesn't give you the right to swing down and hit the shooter's arm.
Yep, just because you hit the ball doesn't mean you can't hit the arm, you know.
It's like I love players. I got all ball. Yes, you did, and you also got her forearm and her elbow and part of her face. Jackson makes good on both free throws. 81% free throw shooter for Jackson coming in. As we haven't had many free throw shots, as Tom mentioned. 4 for each team in the first half, and now the first 2 for Heidelberg here in the second half. And back to 12-point lead. Lauk, who's been money all season. That's not a mistake. She's been a great three-point shooter, as I mentioned, just above 50% on the season. Now 2 of 4 tonight. Jackson trying to answer. I'm sorry, that's not Jackson. That was Ayanna Wilson. There's a collision, and we'll go out of bounds. It will stay with Ohio Northern. And Northern, Tom, continues to take care of the rebounding portion. Just that one offensive rebound they've allowed.
Right. Yeah, they've done an excellent job on the boards. And here, again, just as always, getting the ball down the court in a hurry.
And if they have it, fine. If not, pull it back out and run the offenses. They'll spread the court here to force Heidelberg to defend. Try to pull the Student Prince out a little bit. Open up the interior. Bullimore back to Campbell. Boy, she shot a number of threes tonight.
Got that one.
Amari Campbell now 2 for 4. And she's just not one of the primary three-point shooters, just 4 of 17 coming in. She's 2 of 4 tonight. So she's by far shot more threes tonight than she really has averaged all year, as Bullimore records her first block of the night, her 22nd of the season. And she also, did she rebound it as well? I know the Polar Bears came away with it. Campbell feeling it. Count it.
Gets the bounce.
3 for 5 now for number 30. Amari Campbell out of Summit Country Day in Cincinnati, averaging 3.5 points a game, has 11. Talk about unexpected points.
You better believe it, yes.
Take them when you get them, and Liberty's shot no good. Dirksen with the rebound. Bullimore down the court. Campbell.
I thought she was going to line it up again.
Instead, she'll get the assist. Amy Bullimore with the turnaround jumper in the paint. Remember, this was a 10-point game with about a minute to go in the second quarter, and now it's a 23, is that math right? 23-point spread, 37-47, yep, 23.
23.
Whistle, hoop in the harm. Locke will pick up the personal foul against Marissa Liberty. Liberty not only scores the jumper for her 8th point, but will try for the 3-point play. A big run of offense here for the Polar Bears. And they've really opened up this game as Liberty's shot no good, and
it's an offensive board.
Uncharacteristic of the Polar Bear defense is Campbell appeared to walk into the rim versus sealing, and the ball just kind of went overhead, but the defense prevails, and Student Prince come up empty. Campbell feeling it. Good rotation.
Got it.
Good result. Smile on her face tells it all. Campbell with 14. Bullimore holding her side a little bit. I don't know if she's gassed or just maybe got elbowed, but Amy Bullimore holding her left rib cage. Number 30, Amari Campbell, 1 of 3 from three-point range in the first half. Has hit now 3 total, 3 three-pointers here in the second half. 4 for 6 from three-point range. Remember, she came into the game having made 4 of 17.
Go figure.
Maybe she developed her stroke overnight or something, that she's feeling it now. The vault shot no good, and Campbell with the rebound. Polar Bears really beginning to take control now. It helps when you're shooting the ball well, but the defense has been solid. Dirksen.
She's going to try it and got it. It is raining threes for the Polar Bears.
Duvall tried to muscle it in there, just not much room. It's knocked out of bounds off of Ohio Northern as Dirksen will take a seat. Tesney will replace her. And also number 23, Lindsay Black, will give Kramer a break. And last but not least, Emily Mesher, 34, will replace Bullimore, number 44. Remember, Bullimore kind of was holding her side a few possessions ago, but appears fine now. Stiles over to Patrick, and they go back to Jackson. Jackson had the ball, kind of got caught against.
In between her and the defender.
Campbell kind of blocked it with her hip, if you will.
Yeah.
Black going to the basket. Nice move, misses the shot. Black had a couple of games earlier this season where she scored in double-figure points coming off the bench, and nothing wrong with that. Any coach will take support from,
absolutely,
whether it's points or defense. Find something to help your team is what it matters. As Black will be fouled trying to get around Jackson. And for Heidelberg, Teresa Jackson will pick up her first foul to go along with her 7 points. Tesney will throw it in for the Polar Bears. She finds Black, who will look for Mesher. Britt Lauk with it, and she will go to the basket. Tough shot.
Oh, tough shot, makes it.
Another move, Tom. We're going to the left, shooting it right-handed.
Yeah.
I don't think she even used the bank board.
No, she didn't on that one.
Lauk with 14. She is tied with Campbell for 14, and Campbell with the board. Not only is Campbell scoring the ball, but she's pulled down. I believe that's her 6th rebound to go along with a couple of assists for Amari Campbell. Mesher spins, left-handed shot, nice touch for the Marion Local Flyer graduate, number 34, Emily Mesher. 4 points for Mesher.
60-29 now, just a little over 4:30 left to go in this third period.
Well, we talked about, Tom, you mentioned early in the game, or even before the game started, when we were talking about Ohio Northern pretty much does all phases well. They score well, they play good defense, they go in transition, and they've after like the first 2 minutes of the game, they've really been hitting on all cylinders. There's a shot off the mark there by Jackson. Again, rebounded by the Polar Bears, and here they come. Polar Bears 15-0 on the season. Heidelberg 6-9. Tesney takes contact, finds a hole, and scores the ball.
Yeah, wow, nice move.
This, like the initial defense was good. They hedged her, knocked her off, but when they recovered, there was no one there to stop Tesney.
Right.
When you see an opening, drive to the opening.
Absolutely. And, you know, sometimes, Jeff, you wonder, you don't want your team to do this, but it can happen real easy when you play a team that is, I don't want to say your caliber, but just a little bit below you, lower than you are. You don't want your team to go down.
Well, they've maintained that. They're doing what they're supposed to do right now, and they've caused, or there's a timeout on the court, so we'll take a break and come back with 3:39 left in the third here on NKTelco Sports.
At Four Seasons Drive-Thru, we offer weekly specials that are sure to satisfy all appetites. Monday through Thursday, come in to enjoy our daily lunch specials. Friday is our Get It Till It's Gone fish special. Friday and Saturday, grab a 16-inch 3-item pizza, 10 wings, and a 2-liter for just $20. Sunday, we also have a 3-piece chicken for $5 and a 16-piece for $20. Four Seasons Drive-Thru, great drinks, great food, wonderful service, and amazing prices.
Yamato East Steakhouse of Japan. Come in and enjoy the ultimate hibachi grill experience as our expert chefs prepare your dinner in front of you with style and flair. Enjoy our fresh selection of sushi, sashimi, and other succulent dishes. At Yamato East Steakhouse of Japan, we have a dish to satisfy any craving. Yamato East Steakhouse of Japan. Great food, great atmosphere, great experience. Located on Harding Highway across from the Holiday Inn. Come in, we're waiting for you.
Welcome back to Ohio Northern. The Polar Bears, Tom, they've opened up this game with an impressive third quarter.
They have. They started out this third quarter outscoring Heidelberg 25-6.
And we still have 3.5 minutes to
go.
Right. Styles buries a three-pointer. Big basket for Heidelberg.
It's a big bucket, but they got a ways to go to overcome that hill.
Styles, her 9th made three-pointer on the season. That also gives Styles 7 points for the freshman point guard, making her 12th start for the Student Princess. Going, again, left, but using her right hand. Abby Weeks able to muscle it in off the glass. She now has 6 points coming off the bench.
Yeah, an excellent job using the glass.
Styles hit the triple last time. This time kicks out. Gets the assist to Styles, and Cassidy Frank, a 5'5 senior, nails a three-pointer. Frank, her first basket of the game. Weeks gets it into Mesher, maintains her balance, kicks it back out. Tesney kicks over to Weeks. Shot clock down to 8. Weeks will be challenged by Liberty up top. 3 seconds left. 2, they get into interior. I'm not for sure who got it, Tom, but she was fouled. Oh, Tori West. And 1 second left on the clock, so Ohio Northern was on the verge of
you bailed them out.
Committing the violation.
Yeah.
Instead, it'll be a foul, so that will give Ohio Northern a fresh 30 as Amy Bullimore back in for the Polar Bears, replacing Mesher. Wist with it. Gives it up top to Lindsey Black. Bullimore, tough shot. Doesn't get it to drop. Nice move. Good defense by number 43, Marissa Liberty. Forcing that, making that, I should say, a difficult shot. Good defense by West. A little help out on Liberty, and she comes away. The Polar Bears do with the steal, and Weeks cannot connect. Maddie Stiles kicks out to an open teammate. Ayanna Wilson misses a triple, and it's stolen away by Liberty. Good heads-up play by number 43 as the Student Prince will get another look, and they are fouled. Driving to the basket, Ayanna Wilson put a nice move on Tom and created contact. Substitutes for the Student Prince, number 22, Kate Brickner, into the contest. She will throw it into Liberty up top. Back over to Leah Boyan, number 14. Duvall shot defended well, and Duvall's had a tough night, just 5 points, averaging 9+ a game. Weeks with a good move.
Nice move, yeah.
Well, I like that. The pass
move.
brought the defense out. So when the defense went out, what did Weeks do? She went the opposite direction. Catch, snap, go. Defense couldn't recover, and Weeks finished with a nice touch off the glass. Weeks with 8 points, again, off the bench points. Big tonight for the Polar Bears. Tori Wiss.
A little too
just
strong,
outside of
nice
her
board by Bullimore.
Just outside of her driveway. Wiss's three-pointer off the mark and is rebounded by the Polar Bears. The final 30 seconds here of this third quarter. It's been all Ohio Northern. They've opened up this contest. Bullimore finds an open teammate, Angela Tesney, and again, a foul will help the Polar Bears here as they will get a fresh shot clock. Actually, the shot clock is off.
Yeah.
Just 22.8 left. Bullimore steps out, shot off the mark. The final 17 seconds, Duvall with the basketball. Open three-point shot by Frank off the mark. Offensive rebound, Brickner. Time left for the Student Prince. They're down to the final 3 seconds. Two-point shot taken by Liberty. It's no good. And after 3 10-minute periods of action, it's the Polar Bears 66, Student Prince 35. You're watching women's college OAC basketball on NKTelco Sports.
As a father of 2 teenage daughters and husband to a lovely wife, thanks, hun, it is important for me to look out for myself and my family. Fiber is one of the most important things in my day. Fiber keeps me healthy, sane, and stress-free. NKTelco Fiber, fast and reliable, keeping our household sane by keeping their devices connected.
NKTelco, providing services that bring value to your everyday life.
Quarter, they outscore, my math is right here, Heidelberg 29-10. So enjoy a big lead here as we go into the final 10-minute period of action. And
yeah, what an impressive quarter it was for the Polar Bears right from the get-go, just coming out of the locker room. They
got a quick bucket, you're
yes,
right.
Yeah.
Give and goes cut off by the Polar Bears, but a nice strong move. Liberty able to finish it. At first, the Polar Bears had done a nice job, and she hung around and found herself room to get her shot off. 10 points now for number 43, Marissa Liberty, the leading scorer tonight for the Student Prince. Three-point shot off the mark by number 13, Alexis Kirkbride. So number 13, Alexis Kirkbride out of Rosecrans in Zanesville, Ohio. Her first court action of the night. As we get our stat sheet here from Ohio Northern, it was a 29-10.
Yeah. Impressive.
Foul committed against Jenna Dirksen. That'll be her second foul. Dirksen with 10 points. Team's first here again as it resets at the beginning of each period or each quarter. Liberty, 18-footer off the mark. Rebounded by the Polar Bears, Courtney Kramer. Whisks over to Dirksen to get a nice pass in, and there's contact on Bullimore before she can get the shot off. Talk about ball movement, Tom.
There you go.
Look it up in the dictionary, you'd probably find that video right there.
No doubt. That's exactly what you got to do.
And give credit to Bullimore. She read the ball movement and got herself in position to catch it. And in doing so, she picked up the foul against the Student Prince.
Nice inside, outside.
Good shot for her. Her first attempt, a little off the mark. But they go right back to her, and Kirkbride, a triple, her first 3 points of the game. Foul committed against the Polar Bears. I was blocked by the official. And
I didn't quite see.
Jackson will go to the free throw line. Bullimore picks up her third foul. Jackson able to cash in on the first one. Couple more players for Ohio Northern, number 11 and 22. Alyssa Manley out of Bath High School, and also Shannon Jack out of St. Vincent St. Mary High School located up in Akron. I've heard of that school before.
Wonder why.
So Shannon Jack and also Alyssa Manley getting some court action here. And it'll be Manley, number 11 here, taking it out of bounds. She's a 5'3" sophomore. And she will find number 13, Alexis Kirkbride, 5'7" junior, and the pass is knocked away and stolen. Pass kicked away by Manley as 8:15 remains. The Polar Bears will move on to 16-0. Again, each win just adds to the record, if you will, to start the season. And one thing you kind of not really mentioned so much that Heidelberg is a bad team, but you with Ohio Northern expected to win.
Yeah.
You don't want to come in and play sloppy and give a team that has nothing to lose, let's say, a chance to upset you. And really, Ohio Northern has not played sloppy at all. They've been very crisp.
Yes.
And, you know, they're going to take care of business tonight is what they were supposed to do. And they'll move to 9-0. This completes the first round of the OAC women's contest. And they've had success before. Ohio Northern knows what it's like to be in this position as Kirkbride's three is no good. Wiss, another offensive rebound.
Yes.
She's had a couple of those offensive rebounds tonight. But Ohio Northern has been near the top of the OAC. It's almost becoming commonplace as of late. Whistle on a foul.
DeVault was driving on the baseline. She's going to go to the charity stripe now.
Just recent years. Last season, Ohio Northern 23-5 overall. They were 17-1 in OAC play. Year before that, 20-6 overall, 16-2 in OAC play. Year before that, 23-6, 14-4. In the year before that, the 2013 season, 27-2 overall, 18-0. And it just tells you the success that they've had. Now, where they've faltered a bit has been in the OAC tournament. They've lost the past two seasons in the first game and still have 9 league games to go, but that'll be here in about 4 weeks with the playing two teams, you know, on a Wednesday, Saturday rotation. So it'll creep up here, but they obviously are playing one game at a time and not overlooking their opponent. Respect all and play what the schedule says as they will get into Raker. She's going to have to go to work with just 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Shot off the mark, and the Student Prince with a rare transition time, and they can't quite get a shot off.
But good hustle defensively by the Polar Bears.
Stiles was able to get it down to Wilson, but he said Ohio Northern closed so nicely, didn't give Heidelberg a chance to score. Patrick had some nice moves, but shuffled the feet a little bit, and she will give it back on the turnover. Heidelberg comes in on a 2-game losing skid. They lost a tough one against Marietta at home, where had the lead going into the fourth quarter, didn't score the final 5 minutes, and a 2-point shot by Tori Wiss for her 6th point. Heidelberg suffered that home loss. A game I'm sure they wish they could have won or should have won, and now traveling here an hour or so away to play a very good team in Ohio Northern, and will not be able to get it corrected, Tom, tonight.
Right.
Foul against Ohio Northern will give the ball back to Heidelberg. Foul was on number 22, Shannon Jack, stolen away by number 32, Caitlin Hurd. She gets it in as Raker is fouled, so number 32, Caitlin Hurd, a 5'10 freshman out of Nelsonville, York High School.
Excellent job getting it down there to Raker. She's a little too far underneath the bucket there to make that shot, but she did get fouled.
Free throw off the mark for Raker. A number of players are going to get some minutes tonight. JV game prior to this game tonight was won by Ohio Northern, a 3-point game as Raker misses on both free throws. Duvall looking for an opening. Passes off to Brickner, back to Duvall. They get it inside now to Liberty, who has 10 points. Nice spin move.
Yeah.
Can't quite finish. Gets the offensive step back and scores a dozen points for Liberty, and it's a 30-second timeout. And that will turn into a media timeout. So we'll take a timeout with them. You're watching Ohio Northern University Polar Bear basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Want more trucks for less bucks? Buckeye Ford is your truck headquarters. Work or play, we have the truck for you. F-150s, F-250s, F-350s, and F-450s. We know trucks, and you'll always get top dollar for your trade. Get the truck you need today for less bucks at Buckeye Ford and shop over 200 new Fords and tons of pre-owned cars and trucks 24/7 at BuckeyeFord.com. Remember, you'll find more trucks for less bucks at BuckeyeFord.com. More trucks, less bucks. BuckeyeFord.com.
Welcome back with 5:27 left to go in this contest. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the current OAC standings. And Tom, you'll be our czar of the telestrator. Take it away.
Like we've been saying all night, obviously Ohio Northern way up there on top, 8-0, 15-0 overall, but followed right behind them, kind of a little of a bunch. Well, after Wilmington, then Baldwin Wallace at 5-3, Mount Union, Muskingum, both those teams right there 4-4. Right behind them, a little cluster of 3 and 5 teams, Marietta, Otterbein, and of course Heidelberg. But like we've been saying all night, Ohio North sort of running away with it all so far, first half of the OAC.
Yep, this completes round number 1, and obviously Ohio Northern, not a surprise. They walk into everyone's gym pretty much with a target on their back, and for a lot of these schools, to beat Ohio Northern is almost like winning a Super Bowl, if you will, or a state championship, because it's just been so good consistently, and it's tough to, consistently do this when you can't sneak up on people. But Coach Durand and her staff, and a nice roster of athletes, makes that job a little bit more fun. As nice ball movement.
Good luck.
Assist by number 13. Alexis Kirkbride, basket for number 32, Caitlin Hurd. Duvall slicing through, her shot off the mark. Kirkbride with the rebound. She'll bring it down, and we'll expect Ohio Northern to probably run the clock again. Shannon Jack, that is, number 22 with the basketball. Nice effort, comes up just short off the mark.
Rebound.
She does get it, so she'll give her team a new shot clock, and we'll go back to work offensively. Kirkbride gets it into Hurd, who has it stripped away. Hurd will be back to try to stop Duvall. An offensive foul. Bang, bang play as Duvall not happy with the call, I'm sure, but give credit to Caitlin Hurd. It's a tough call. Either way usually is how it goes, and this time it goes in favor of the Polar Bears. And we will have another timeout on the court, so we'll take a short break and come back with more basketball here on NKTelco Sports.
At Four Seasons Drive-Thru, we offer weekly specials that are sure to satisfy all appetites. Monday through Thursday, come in to enjoy our daily lunch specials. Friday is our Get It Till It's Gone fish special. Friday and Saturday, grab a 16-inch 3-item pizza, 10 wings, and a 2-liter for just $20. Sunday, we also have a 3-piece chicken for $5 and a 16-piece for $20. Four Seasons Drive-Thru, great drinks, great food, wonderful service, and amazing prices.
Yamato East Steakhouse of Japan. Come in and enjoy the ultimate hibachi grill experience as our expert chefs prepare your dinner in front of you with style and flair. Enjoy our fresh selection of sushi, sashimi, and other succulent dishes. At Yamato East Steakhouse of Japan, we have a dish to satisfy any craving. Yamato East Steakhouse of Japan. Great food, great atmosphere, great experience. Located on Harding Highway across from the Holiday Inn. Come in, we're waiting for you.
4 minutes, 5 seconds remain. I'm Jeff Henson. Alongside me tonight has been Tom Sharp, and it's been Ohio Northern University women's basketball, and they've been dominating from the get-go for the most point. Heidelberg, if you will remember, started out with a 4-0 lead, and then Ohio Northern, I think, ran off 11 straight. And that drought really hampered Heidelberg. They made a run at the end of the first half, got it down to 10. A basket near the end of the first half gave Ohio Northern a 12-point lead. But as Tom mentioned earlier, the good third quarter really put this game out of reach. 29-10 spread as that ball didn't hit the shot clock.
Yeah, it didn't hit any rim. So
they'll get a shot off again. That one is missed by Manley, so a couple looks. But really Ohio Northern, a lot of players getting court action tonight.
And that's great because that's what you need as a team.
Styles gives it over to Jackson. Deep three attempted by Cassidy Frank and rebounded by the Student Prince. Styles kicks out to Frank again. That one off the mark. Long rebound. Those are the tough ones to corral.
Yep.
So the third look here for the Student Prince. And Jackson's shot, she is fouled. And Tom, I don't know if I've worked with you over the years when we've had the Ohio Northern Heidelberg games, whether it's men or women, but I always found it interesting to think, where did the Student Prince nickname come from? And my research,
I was going to say, I bet you know the
well,
answer.
I wouldn't bring it up if I didn't know, but long and short of it is some guy in 1926 saw a movie being played in Tiffin, Ohio called The Student Prince of Heidelberg, and what it was over the ocean, there was the prince, was his private tutor wanted to enroll him in Heidelberg University in Germany, and he did that. Long story short, that guy that wrote the newspaper article called the football team the Student Prince, and that stuck somehow, and they became the Heidelberg Student Prince. And they used to be, before that, they were the Cardinals. So they went from the Cardinals to the Student Prince, based on an operetta of some play back in 1926. So there's, in case you weren't with me 3 years ago or whenever I talked about it last, there's your
thank you for that
thought for the day.
Yes, yeah, my day is complete now knowing that.
Speaking of being complete, number 32, Caitlin Hurd says, I'm not finished yet. She crashes to the glass with a nice left-hand basket for her fourth point. And on the flip side, Tom, the Polar Bears, all I know is that the mascot is Klondike.
Yes, yeah. I never thought of it that way, but absolutely.
So there you go, two things. I should have saved the one for the next time we work together, but
I don't know what that is, even, to be quite honest.
Nice steal.
Nice, yeah. Good hustle.
Kirkbride, the scoop and the score.
You're up 79-44, and you're still hustling. That is exactly what a coach wants to see.
Well, again, these girls want to come out and play.
No, you're exactly right. You're
Sometimes
exactly right.
you put the supports in and you tell them to hold the ball. And the other team knows that. You're not doing anything intentionally. You're playing defense. And it's different if you're doing trap defenses and full court presses, but you're allowed to play half court defense. And these girls want to do what they do best, and that's defend and score and have fun. And
so here's your answer to the question earlier on tonight. We are at the 5-team foul,
there we go.
We are going to the line.
Okay, so in women's college basketball.
Don't forget that for the next
I won't. The fifth foul is an automatic two-shot foul. There are no one-on-ones.
Yep.
And as Tom mentioned and proved, every quarter the team fouls reset to 0. And obviously your player fouls don't reset. You still get 5 for the game, but that rule was put into play last season. And don't know why or what the benefits or the strategies are, but that's the way it is. And minute 40 to go, and at the conclusion of this game, I'll have a few words with Coach Durand, and we'll get her comments as her team has dominated this evening. And their upcoming schedules include, after tonight's game, they go to Mountain Union on the 21st of January, and then at Wilmington, back-to-back road games for their next OAC games. They'll return home against Capital at the end of the month. So 2 road games, and then they come back home as they will begin the second round of OAC play. And so they will have faced all these teams once before, and a lot of these teams and coaches know each other so well. Anyways, Tom, there are not many surprises. Just come out and do what you do and may the better team win.
Absolutely.
There's a jump shot up
nice
and in.
Pull-up jumper there by Crawford.
Madeline Crawford with a basket. Final 45 seconds. Another good entry pass is no threat or no real reason to try to force it. Kirkbride brings it out. You have to get a shot off here, and they will not get it off in time. Too much ball movement, as Tom would say, right?
Just a little bit, but
overpassing.
Right, but no harm done, really. It is a turnover, goes down the stats as a turnover, but, less than 30 seconds to go now, and you're up 80-49.
Final 15 seconds, and all that remains is the final score here. Is shot off the mark. Ohio Northern with the rebound, and expect Kirkbride here. Well, they will pass it up to Hurd, and she will finish. Again, good transition offense. And there's your final shot, and the final score is 82-49. We'll hopefully get a chance to go talk with Coach Duran.
Yeah, so 82-49 again, your final score, as now the Polar Bears will go to 16-0, 9-0, and on top of the OAC standings to finish out, as we so say, the first half of this OAC schedule, as they'll play each other again now. So we're getting ready for Jeff to join Coach Durand. And there she comes out, so we will hand it over to Jeff.
Well tonight, what are your thoughts about your team's performance?
Really good defensively. Amaria Campbell really stepped up tonight. It was probably a career high for her tonight. Really good team win. I thought everybody who played, did their best and played really well together tonight.
It was fun to see Campbell have that good night, and the smile on her face meant a lot, even as we could tell. And you got a total team effort. You complete round one. Obviously, you've been in this situation before. What is round two? What do you tell your team as you head into round two?
Well, it only gets harder, and the target's on our back, and, we got to go to Mount Union on Saturday, and they played us really tough here. So it's going to get tougher. We just got to go one at a time and see where it goes.
Well, Coach, you've been in this situation before. Again, congratulations on the first round. Good luck with your second round, and we'll let you go, and thanks for your words. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll wrap things up here from Ohio Northern University on NKTelco Sports.
As a father of 2 teenage daughters and husband to a lovely wife, thanks, hun, it is important for me to look out for myself and my family. Fiber is one of the most important things in my day. Fiber keeps me healthy, sane, and stress-free. NKTelco Fiber, fast and reliable, keeping our household sane by keeping their devices connected.
NKTelco, providing services that bring value to your everyday life.
J&R Auto Repair Service is a full-service preventative maintenance and automotive repair center. Family-owned and operated, we perform high-quality, guaranteed service you can trust at a fair price. Trust J&R for all your automotive service needs.
Want more trucks for less bucks? Buckeye Ford is your truck headquarters. Work or play, we have the truck for you. F-150s, F-250s, F-350s, and F-450s. We know trucks, and you'll always get top dollar for your trade. Get the truck you need today for less bucks at Buckeye Ford and shop over 200 new Fords and tons of pre-owned cars and trucks 24/7 at BuckeyeFord.com. Remember, you'll find more trucks for less bucks at BuckeyeFord.com. More trucks, less bucks. BuckeyeFord.com.
At Four Seasons Drive-Thru, we offer weekly specials that are sure to satisfy all appetites. Monday through Thursday, come in to enjoy our daily lunch specials. Friday is our Get It Till It's Gone fish special. Friday and Saturday, grab a 16-inch 3-item pizza, 10 wings, and a 2-liter for just $20. Sunday, we also have a 3-piece chicken for $5 and a 16-piece for $20. Four Seasons Drive-Thru, great drinks, great food, wonderful service, and amazing prices.
Yamato East Steakhouse of Japan. Come in and enjoy the ultimate hibachi grill experience as our expert chefs prepare your dinner in front of you with style and flair. Enjoy our fresh selection of sushi, sashimi, and other succulent dishes. At Yamato East Steakhouse of Japan, we have a dish to satisfy any craving. Yamato East Steakhouse of Japan. Great food, great atmosphere, great experience. Located on Harding Highway across from the Holiday Inn. Come in, we're waiting for you.
Welcome back to Ohio Northern, where the Lady Polar Bears have dominated tonight's game against the Student Prince of Heidelberg, winning in big-time fashion 82-49 with their final game stats. Here is Tom Sharp.
Thanks, Jeff. First off, for Heidelberg, as their shooting woes continued, they were 17 of 56, just a little over 30% from the field. 5 of 20, 25% from behind the arc. Free throws, nice job from the charity stripe, 10 of 13. It's almost 77% there. 29 rebounds, 15 turnovers. Again, a part where they really struggled all season long was those turnovers. Ohio Northern was 35 of 66 from the field, 9 of 18 from three-point land, 50%. That's pretty good. 3 of 8 from the free throw line. I'm sure Coach Durand would really love to see better numbers right there. Excellent job on the boards, 45 rebounds, just 9 turnovers. But again, a great job team-wise for the Polar Bears. They had 3 girls in double digits. Lauk had 14, along with Campbell had 14, and Dirksen had 10. But then a host of others contributed all the way through, from 8 to 5 to 6 points.
And some of those were even support players. So
absolutely,
I think we totaled up roughly 40 points. Almost probably half the points came off the bench. But
yes.
So a number of girls getting the action. And like you said, team effort tonight. And I believe Coach Durand mentioned those similar thoughts as well. As mentioned, Mari Campbell, what a night for her. 4 of 6 from three-point range. 6 rebounds, a couple assists. Tom mentioned 14 points, game high honors. She ties Britt Lauk, who again played well. 2 of 4 from three-point range. Just a total stat filler information. A lot of positives tonight, other than the free throw shooting. A lot of girls got action. The ladies win. They go to 16-0, 9-0 in league play, first round complete. The men also tonight victorious at Heidelberg in overtime. They're now 7-2 in league play. I believe they've won 4 in a row. So congratulations to Coach Bensman. Congratulations to Coach Durand. Both teams doing well, and we'll have their home games here as they roll out the final half of this OAC season. So with that, we'd like to thank everyone again for that helped us doing that tonight, our sponsors, and also our crew, which included our camera crew this evening, Tyler Wolf, Daniel Allen, and Kurt Kuffner. Our van crew, our production staff are Isaac Sell and Bryce Hamrick. For my partner this evening, Tom Sharp, I am Jeff Henshin. We hope that you enjoyed this telecast. Once again, your final score, Ohio Northern 82, Heidelberg 49. Thanks for watching.